Hello everyone, welcome to the 8th episode of History Hoppers, where we'll take you to another hidden gem. We hope you enjoyed learning about transatlantic cables in our last video, so let's get started with this one. Did you know that the foundation of America's steel and iron industry began right here at a riverside site in Massachusetts? To know more, let's dive into it. So, Nivya, tell us more about the site and how to exactly get there.
Yes, as you mentioned, we will be talking about Ironworks National Historic Site located in Saugus, Massachusetts. This site is preserved as the first integrated ironworks in colonial America, operating from 1646 to around 1670. Regarding the location, this site is located about 10 miles or 16 kilometers north of Boston's Logan International Airport in Massachusetts.
Amazing. So, how did Saugus Iron Works play a role in shaping early American industry?
Yeah, so this site laid the groundwork for American manufacturing by introducing large scale iron production to the New World, which had previously relied on importing iron from Europe. This is one of the few sites in the world at that time to have a rolling and slitting mill, allowing colonists to produce nail roads and thin iron plates. Iron was crucial for tools, weapons, building infrastructure, and Saugus helped the colonies prepare for future independence, both economically and militarily. This site also became a training hub. Its smiths and engineers helped spark future American iron and steel works in the colonies.
Amazing. So, what were some of the natural resources that used at that time for iron making?
As you can see on the screen, some of the natural resources that were really abundant around the site were, of course, water. This site was located on the shore of Saugus River, so they had plenty of, hydropower, and then they had bog, iron ore, charcoal, and gabbro.
Interesting. So, can you walk us through different operations and components of this site? What was built here, and how did each part of the site function together to produce iron?
All right. So what you see on the screen right now is a zoomed in map of Saugus Ironworks National Historic Site today. It highlights some of the core areas like blast furnace, rolling and slitting mill, forge, manager's house, river trails, and visitor center. As you can see, the whole site is located along the shore of Saugus River. So, talking about different parts of the site that kind of function together to produce iron, the first one in the list is blast furnace. It was the heart of the ironworks, where the transformation from raw iron ore to usable iron began. Then was the casting house. Think of this as the shaping zone, where the iron was still liquid, and this was the first time it was given form. Next up is finery forge. This process refined the iron, making it less brittle and more bendable for tools and construction. Next up is the rolling and slitting mill, which was the highlight of the place back then. This was the cutting edge technology at the time. Only a few mills like this existed in the world. Last but not least is our water wheels and mill races that were stationed at various places in the historic site, and they provided mechanical power to bellows, hammers, rollers, and other equipments to make them going for the production of iron.
Interesting. I would like to know more about the casting house, the forge, and the mill.
Yeah, so kicking off with the casting house, as I said, the function of this house was to pour the molten iron from the blast furnace into molds to create finished or semi-finished shapes. So the key features was this was located adjacent to the blast furnace where smelted iron ore was converted into liquid iron. Workers would tap the furnace and channel the molten iron into sand molds on the casting floor. Common products that were produced in this house were pig iron bars, firebacks, cannonballs, tools, etc. So you can think of it as a foundry. That's a place to shape molten iron by pouring it. So what you see on your right side is how the casting house looks today.
Thanks a lot for sharing that. So let's talk about forge.
Forge, or the finery forge, its function was to reheat and hammer the solid pig iron to reduce impurities and convert it into more workable wrought iron. Some of the key features were it used a charcoal fire and water powered bellows to reach high temperatures. Workers called forgers or blacksmiths, they hammered the hot pig iron to drive out carbon and make it malleable. The final product from this forge was wrought iron bars for tools, nails, horseshoes, etc. So you can think of it as the refinery and workshop, a place to transform and toughen iron by forging.
Okay, amazing. So I would like to show a video to my viewers, and if you can talk more about the video once it ends, that would be helpful. Yeah, so what was happening there?
So this video is a small representation of how the forge worked back in those days.
So let's move ahead and talk about rolling and sitting meal.
Yeah, the rolling and slitting mill, its function was to flatten the wrought iron into sheets or rods by passing it through rollers. And the slitting mill, in particularly, sliced these iron sheets into rods, a major colonial commodity back then.
Thanks a lot for sharing that. Would you mind talking a bit more on the water wheels?
Sure. So in the 1600s, there was no electric motor or internal combustion engines that we see today. So water wheels were the most reliable form of industrial power. So as water flowed over or under the wheel, it turned an axle connected by a series of gears to the rollers and slitter inside the mill. The motion was continuous and powerful, providing steady rotation for the rollers, precise movement for slitting blades, and mechanical consistency that manpower couldn't match.
Very interesting. Yeah, and I think we have covered all the components that were present in the Saugus Ironworks site. So, Nivya, thanks a lot for sharing that. And I think that's all from our side this time. And we will see you next time with some another hidden gem. So, if you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Till then, bye bye.